Hello, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are joining from. Can anyone confirm that you can hear me okay? I can see 55 people already joined. Can anyone please confirm if you can hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, guys. Okay, Yogesh, thank you very much. Yogesh can hear me. Thank you, Yogesh. And others, I hope you don't have any difficulty hearing me. And very quickly, I want to check that you guys can hear Ryan as well. Ryan, if you want to just say hi, just to see if you...
Hello, everybody.
Okay. Guys, can you hear Ryan as well? Yogesh or Kushgara, if you can just confirm, please.
Hello.
Yes, Vignesh, you can hear Ryan, right? Yeah. Odu, Likit, Great Indian Society, Aditya Nayak, SN. Yeah, all good. We can hear. Okay, both of us, right? Thank you. Thank you for confirming, everybody. So we already have 125 people who joined us, and we are still before time, which is really good. I can see the excitement. Thank you for confirming, Jazz. Thank you for confirming Great Indian Society. Thank you for confirming Honey as well. Okay, Ryan, what I also do is I also go live on YouTube. No, sorry, on Insta, so that my audience can know that I'm live here. And for people who had already forgotten, they can join here. So just allow me 1 second, please. Given that we have time, I'm going to remind till the time, guys, you can write down in the chat which field are you working now, like, or and whether you're watching this video from UK, India, Nigeria, or which part of the world you are. And the more information we have, it will be helpful. And of course, we are going to grill Ryan today. Yeah, ask him everything about his company and how he can help you guys. What kind of jobs we are going to talk everything. So make sure you keep sending messages on the chat, and I'm going to, of course, read one by one once Ryan gives its introduction. So, but before that, I'm trying to go live on Insta as well. Just allow me 1 second, guys. And I promise I'll be very fast. Okay. Okay, I will be live now on Insta as well. Hi, good afternoon, guys, on my Instagram. Okay, I'm trying to see if... Okay, guys, just to let you know, I'm live on YouTube for people. If you have seen my stories, I had been reminding my audience that I'm live on YouTube with Ryan, and we are going to start with the introduction very soon. So the links are provided in my story. It is also in my broadcast channel. If you're struggling to find a job, let's come and have a chat to see how Ryan and his company can help. I'm going to leave the live session here, but remember, I'm going to pick up the question from YouTube live session and not for Instagram. I'm just putting live on Insta, and I'm going to turn around my phone so that you guys can just hear the conversation. Let me see if I have put the angle properly. I think so. All right. So without wasting any more time, we are 3:59 p.m. almost on time. So good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining. And I appreciate all the questions that you guys are sending on the comment section. We are going to go through it as many as possible. But first of all, I'm going to let you know that I have got a special guest today. As you can see, Ryan has joined us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Ryan introduce himself, talk about his company, and also how he can help you guys. So Ryan, if you don't mind, can you please introduce yourself to my audience, please?
Yes. Hello, Sarika. Hello, everyone else. My name is Brian Burnham. I am the head of recruitment at Educate to Trade, who are a proprietary trading firm that is based in Southeast London.
Okay. Can you talk about more about your company? So when you are head of recruitment, what kind of roles do you recruit, Ryan?
Yes, we are looking for a financial analyst to ultimately look after our capital and trade economic data or financial news in the financial markets.
Can we talk more about the analyst role? So what are the different analyst roles? Because there are different analysts kind of, we have finance analysts, data analysts, trading analysts. So what kind of analyst roles do you need or recruit generally?
Yes. So ideally, the main purpose of it is to look after our capital. So whether you've got experience or you don't have experience, obviously there is an opportunity for you. Ideally, what we would want you to do is look through an economic calendar or be aware of news events that are coming out in a form of currency, whether it's the US markets, in UK markets, or European markets, and just determine if that news is good or bad for currency, and then implement that on the account within the financial markets and hopefully make a profit.
Okay. So, Ryan, from your experience for the type of role which you have recruited, especially say international students who are already in the UK, what kind of roles have you recruited so far? You can give example.
What do you mean the past history of students we've had?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we've had people who haven't had any experience in finance. For example, we had a student named Vignesh who worked in Domino's, never looked into financial trading. He did require a visa. He came and done our 6 weeks program, and he is now employed by us and trading completely fine. And of course, if you are struggling at any point, we do actually help each other out. We have a loving community here who tries to make money together.
Okay, so Ryan, what I'm hearing you saying, you have example of students who came and joined your training program for 6 weeks without any prior experience of this finance field, and they managed to complete the training. They were successful, and your company also provided visa sponsorship to them.
That is correct, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so, guys, here who? Oh, okay. Sorry, there is a feedback from Sachin, which I did not see it. Ryan, I think if you can just check your mic, maybe if you can be louder, yeah, because I can see Sunny as well saying the same thing.
Is that okay?
Yes, this is better. Guys, can you confirm if this is better? Sunny, if you can confirm, and or Sachin, yeah. Yeah, so Matthew is also saying I'm not
Hello,
audible.
hello.
Yes, this is better. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think, Ryan, I have heard it correctly, but I'm going to ask you once again because maybe your voice was not very audible to my audience. So Kunal is saying, what is the name of your company? Come on, Ryan, talk about it.
Yeah, Educate to Trade. Yeah, so
Okay.
we are a proprietary trading firm in Southeast London.
Okay. So Ryan, can you just put that in the comment section? I'm going to pin your comment so the guys can look into it. And also, I'm going to let you guys, if you want to reach out to Ryan after this call, I'm not very loud, Kaushal saying, I'm going to send that link to you guys right away. And it is already there in my video description. So you guys don't have to worry at all. Just allow me 1 second, guys. I already have that link, in fact. Okay. I'm going to just post it here. Okay, guys, can you see my comment at the bottom? So guys, I have pinned my comment here. If you see, I'm going to just put a star as well. So this is the link. This is the name of Ryan's company, Educate to Trade. Okay, and this is the link which he has provided to me so that you guys can reach out to him and, of course, talk about the different training programs he got. Okay, so Ryan, I can read the comments that we can hear you, which is a good news. But of course, I can hear some background noise as well of your colleagues, Ryan. Okay, now Ryan, putting you again on spot, you talked about this student or bunch of students who come and join your program. You're talking about a training program of 6 weeks. First of all, can you talk about what do they train you during the 6 weeks? Is it for everyone, irrespective of whatever skills they have or no experience or whatever they have studied in the UK or India? Can you talk a little bit more? And then, of course, we'll touch on the cost as well, as I can see people are talking about the training fees. Yeah.
Yeah, so this opportunity is for everyone. So whether you do have experience in the markets, ideally what we'd want to see first before we give you access to our capital is a track history of at least a year, whether that is UK markets, US markets, or European markets. If you do not have experience, that's completely fine as well. Like I said, we do have this 6 weeks training program where we are going to teach you the ins and outs of trading economic data. Ideally, the way we go about it is we do want to see some repetition. So we get you trading those events or observing those events on a demo account. during the 6 weeks, you are required to do 25 portfolios. Each one is going to be your diary for the day. And ideally, all you're going to do is observe just, what news happened overnight, how did the market react, what news is coming out later today, try to trade it and say how the market reacted to that as well. So from portfolio 1 to portfolio 25, we should see a steady improvement in your trading. And of course, we will chip in and try and make it as efficient as possible. But obviously, that's the practical side of things. With the theory side, we will do one-to-one sessions, and that can be on our trading floor or it can be online. If it is online, of course, they'll be over Zoom and we can record those sessions so you can revert back to those. Also, if you are struggling at any point during the 6 weeks, you will have access to your mentors' calendars. So you can book in directly with them on any subject, whether it's your portfolios, whether it's your essays, or just your trading in general. And, the support is there. And at the end of it, you do actually get the level 5 diploma in financial trading, which is an equivalent to a 2-year degree at university. And everyone is eligible as long as you have the time. Obviously, basic communication skills in English, because the program is taught in English. Then you should be fine.
Thank you very much, Ryan. As you were speaking, I was also kind of reading the comments, what guys are sending. And of course, I did pinned a comment from Irshad. Of course, he's talking about who's eligible for training. Irshad, I believe now this answers your question, because Ryan just said now, anyone can join this training as long as you understand how to trade, and you will be trained actually for 6 weeks. There will be a training program. There will be mentors who's going to help you. So anyone can join this who is interested to learn about the trading, and you can join. Once you are successful, of course, the kind of jobs you get is, I believe, analyst or trading analyst or finance analyst. I believe those are the different kind of roles, which again, we are going to ask Ryan. I hope this answers your question, Irshad. So I'm going to now, I don't know why Satyavani is saying Ryan is still not audible. I don't know. But I believe others can hear, right? Honey saying, oh, sorry. Honey saying I'm interested, but again, I believe someone was saying you are not audible. I think I can hear. Can anyone else confirm that now you can hear Ryan? I know he's in the office now, and he do have colleagues, of course, who are chatting around. Maybe there's a little bit of disturbance, but I think now he should be okay. Now, the main question which I'm going to ask now is cost of training. So let's talk about it, because as you know, Ryan, as you can see, there's a lot of interest in the audience. People want to know about it. There is a comment about whether this training can be done remote or not. So answer is yes, you can do it remote, but there's also an option to do in the office. If you're interested, you can come, but of course the fees will be higher for it. But again, I'm going to ask you guys, take advantage of remote. As long as you have your laptop, you have internet connection, sit down at home, concentrate, finish that training. You'll be given a mentor who's going to help you, weekly or daily catch up. You can ask your doubts, get in touch. And then, of course, if you are someone who likes to be in office, you can take the other service, but remember that is going to be little expensive. So let's talk about the cost first, guys, like Bhargavi is already asking it, and I believe others are. And let's see if there are more questions from the crowd.
Okay, yeah. So as you said, Sarika, this can be done remotely. So whether you are based on the other side of the world or based here in London, you can do this program. So obviously there are costs to the training, because you do receive a level 5 diploma in financial trading. And the costs are as follows. If you are doing it in-house, which is on our trading floor with us, obviously you get the support of the experts here on the trading floor. What I actually like to say is, if you want to be a footballer, ideally you want to be surrounded by other footballers rather than kicking a ball against the wall. So if you can do it with us on the trading floor, please do. But ideally, the price, if you are doing it with us in-house, is £4,740. Okay. If you do have the opportunity to pay up front, you do get 10% off. Or you can do an installment plan, which VTCT, who are the course providers, they ask for 50% to start the program, and that'll be before the program starts. The next one is on the 8th of July. And then they'll do 3 monthly installments after that. If you are looking to pursue this online, like I said, we will do Zoom calls with you. then you're looking at £3,600. Now, if you pay up front, there's no discount, unfortunately, but you can do installments of 2 installments. They would look for 50% before the program starts, and then a month after, they'll ask for the remaining 50%.
Thank you very much, Ryan. So, guys, did you guys hear that carefully about the 2 packages that Ryan is talking about? Either it can be in office or it can be remote. If it's in office, it will cost you around 4,670. I noted down. Was it that?
4,740.
700. Okay. And for a remote, you will be getting a little discount, which is 10%. So which is around £3,600. So those are the numbers. And again, guys, I'll be putting everything in the video description. And after the live session, when we go record and put it live, you can read the video description and you'll find all the details, and also in my pinned comment. So this is the price structure. Again, I saw one. Okay. No, somebody's asking if it's in INR. No, guys, we are not talking about INR. We are talking about pounds. So, of course, his company is based in the UK, so it's not INR. It's all pounds. Everything we're talking about in pounds now. So I'm going to take more questions as I was reading it, because people were asking about how many people do you hire, how do you hire, how do you select. So Pretty is asking, how many people do you hire each year? Do you have any number, Ryan?
Yep. So with the hiring process of it, ideally, once you do receive the certification, there's 2 ways to get employed. One of them is through the companies that we are associated with, and what happens is they know what we do in regards to getting students competent within the financial markets, and whenever they do have vacancies available, they actually contact us and let us know they want some students for interviews. So we put it in a group. If you are interested, and these could be roles in trading, they can be roles in compliance or risk management or asset management. But if this does sound like something you'd want to do, we'll edit your CV to make it look presentable. We'll prep you for that interview. And if you want our further support, we will attend that interview with you. The second employment opportunity is obviously through us, where we would give you 2 evaluation accounts. As long as you hit 10% targets of growth on top of both of those accounts, then you're guaranteed the job. And of course, that's where the visa sponsorship comes in as well. Now, in regards to how many people we have employed so far, this year so far, I think we've done around 5 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
But many have gone on to other companies as well. I would say probably around 10 have gone to other companies to find employment.
Okay. Thank you. I hope that answers your question, guys. And if Ryan has already answered, please give a thumbs up for Ryan as well, guys. I'm trying to pin comment one by one, which I'm taking especially for the questions which are not answered or we have not addressed in the introduction. And so I'm going to take this question from Dhruvil Shai saying, after course, it is 100% sure we'll get visa sponsorship?
So after the course, no. Ideally, you would need to hit those 2 targets that I mentioned before, a 10% growth on both of those accounts. Or, like I said, we do have other companies who are looking to hire our students as well.
Yeah, so answering to your question, Dhruvil, you have to perform. And if you hit the target, which is set by the company, which looks like 10%, then yes, you will get a sponsorship, 100% sponsorship only if you hit the target, which means you're performing well, you have understood how to trade. That is what he's saying.
Ultimately, just looking after our money. That's what we're going to make sure our money safe.
Yes, and there was a very good question actually in the comment section. I'm going to just quickly, yes, I'm going to pull this question. And the last celebrity MFR is asking, can you talk about the CUS sponsorship, please? Are you the employer of labor, or you are labor contract linking us to an employer?
Like I said, pretty much both. We have our opportunities, but you will get other job offers down the line. So it just kind of, covers both bases, just to make sure you are getting a good filter of these job opportunities.
So, Ryan, did I understand it correctly? You will also absorb people within your company, but you also have tie-ups with the big banks or investment bank in the UK or consulting industry, where you also source resource if they are good enough after completing the training. Yeah?
That's correct. Yeah, we've even had people move out to banks in Dubai.
Okay.
So yeah, we have got very good connections in regards to banks and institutions.
Okay, so answering to you, I don't know if there are more questions like what is being already highlighted on the screen. So you have two opportunities within the company where Ryan is, which is educate to trade. And also they have tie-ups and networks with other big companies in the UK. And of course, if your profile is good enough, they're going to socialize your profile, help you with interview as well. That's what Ryan told me offline, which I'm going to ask him in a second. But before that, I believe there was a question. I think okay, there was a question about the salary. Let's talk about the salary because, as you know, Ryan, in the UK, the salary threshold, the minimum salary threshold just changed from 4th of April. So what is the minimum salary are we expecting if people finish this trading and join, say, as a trading analyst? What is the starting salary you think will be given?
Yeah, we've actually met up with the Home Office criteria and put up to 38,000 as of April, just to make sure that anyone who does get employed with us can bring their dependents along as well. And of course, you will have the commission off of our accounts, which would start at on an 80k account, and you would receive 70% of the profits. And as long as you keep trading, keep showing that consistency, we'll increase your account size, and the profits share will go more in your favor as well.
Okay, thank you. So, Vedant, we answered your question, and even Chandru, you asked the same question. So we have answered your question. Please give it a thumbs up if you think we have answered your question, so that we know you are listening, you are understanding. And of course, if there's any follow-up question as well, you can start putting at the bottom of the screen as well. Umair is saying, I just joined. Good. Okay, so let's talk about a question from Sachin is saying, how long is the course length and how long it will take to hit the two goals, how long it might be to take to move for sponsorship? Ryan?
Yeah, so the course length is 6 weeks. That's what we aim to get it done in. In regards to you hitting the targets, that's completely up to you. We give you up to 6 months on each account to hit those targets. So as long as you get it done in under 6 months, then you're on to the next stage, which will be the second account, and then after that, it will be the employment process.
Ryan, can you repeat that? So you're saying the training is for 6 weeks, yeah? So once the training is done, then they are on kind of probation period. Yeah, they start working on it. You give the target. If they achieve the target, then only you consider them for sponsorship. Did you say that?
That's correct, yeah. And even if you haven't gone through the program, and like I said, if you do have that track history of trading a year on UK, US, or European markets, what we would like to see is you trade your own capital first on an account that we can monitor. And then once, after a few weeks, if you do show consistency, we'll then put you on that probation period. And obviously that is another route for that visa sponsorship as well.
Okay. So guys, you remember what Ryan just said now. If you are already a trader, if you're already trading and you have experience with the US market, UK market, maybe you don't even need this training. You can just get in touch with Ryan and maybe he will review your profile, and then you can trade with small amount that Ryan was talking about. And of course, if you perform good and if you're doing good, there's a chance of getting you a job along with visa sponsorship. I believe this is what I understand, right, Ryan? Okay, so thank you. Thank you very much. So let's see. Let me see if there is any question which we have not answered. Okay, let me take this, of course. N. Kumar is saying visa sponsorship for 3 years or 5 years. How do you handle it?
The visa is a 3+2. So after 3 years, as long as we're both happy, then we would extend it for the remaining 2 years as well.
Thank you. Guys, I don't see a thumbs up. I'm making Ryan answer all your questions. So at least he's my guest. Just give a thumbs up, guys, if he answered your question. And of course, if you need more information or if you think it's not clear, ask that in the comment. I'm going to pick up your comment. So next question is interesting. Umair is saying, I have experience in crypto trading from past 5 years. So he's going to ask, do you think he's eligible? Maybe if he, of course, fill the form, the link which is given to me, Ryan, do you think he'll be considered?
So in regards to what asset you trade, we primarily deal with foreign exchange, indices, and commodities. So unfortunately, we wouldn't be dabbling in crypto. So as long as, like I said, we want the track history of at least a year, that to be FX or foreign exchange, indices or commodities in European, US, and UK markets.
Okay, thank you. So, okay, some questions are coming at the bottom. I'm going to Just allow me 1 minute. Sunny is saying, tell me about dependent is allowed or not. Sunny, this is a skill visa. So skill visa, if you get a skill visa, your dependents are allowed. Yeah. Only there is a carer and senior carer visa where dependents are not allowed in the UK. I hope this is clear. So there was a good question actually, which I saw. Somebody was asking, can you list down the name of the roles which they can do after this course? Here it is. I think Ashwarya, she asked, please, can you talk about more roles associated with this training? Financial analyst, risk management. Can you mention similar roles like this to understand more about the training? Good question, Ashwarya. Ryan.
We've had many offers for different financial roles. Ideally, this certification does act as a perfect foundation to get you within these banks and institutions, because ultimately they just want you to know how the economy affects the financial markets. So like I said, we have had people move on to roles in compliance. We have had them move to asset management. We've even had them move to a company called LiveSquawk, where they've done an audio service within the financial industry. Which is actually a company that we use to get our live news feeds.
Okay. Aishwarya, does that answer your question? So I've written down finance analyst, risk management, asset management. I believe there were a few people who were talking about project management. They were asking also about they are a developer. So I don't think you cater to those kind of roles, right, Ryan?
We do have a alternative target if they do have a background in software development, because we are looking at developing our own algo. But again, they would need a understanding of how the economy works. So ideally, we would want them to do the H&D just to be sure, and then there'll be a certain probation where we will give them tasks to create projects. As long as they pass that, then they'll be employed for our algorithm team.
Thank you, Ryan. I believe there was a question I'm trying to find out where somebody had mentioned about their experience as a developer. Somehow I am not able to find that in the chat. However, what I'm going to do is there is another one. Just allow me 1 second. Okay, let me take another question. I'm not able to find that developer feedback, but Ravindra is saying, would you assist for the tech jobs such as cybersecurity? Do you think SC clearance and sponsorship will be challenged?
I don't think that we would get offers for jobs in cybersecurity, unfortunately. They would be roles to do with some sort of finance background. That would probably require some different experience, unfortunately.
Thank you, Ryan. I can see a question from Bala. Bala is saying, what kind of visa do we get? So we are talking about skilled visa. UK's work visa is called as skilled visa, which is points-based system. That's what we're talking about. I would like to take this question from Kavya. Kavya is saying, I got 3 years of experience in accounting from Accenture and Capgemini back in India. I'm interested in this training done my master's in business management. Looks like she's here. She is doing or done with the master's in business management and with her experience in accounting. I personally think you are a good fit, but Ryan, any comment on her profile?
Yes, we've had a couple of students who've actually done their master's in business management, and they've done extremely well. When it comes to actually doing the level 5, I've noticed that most people who are completely new to it, whatever we teach them, they seem to implement it. Whereas someone who's already got a trading background or they've looked at videos on YouTube, they find it really hard to implement exactly what we taught them because they always revert back to the way they were taught. So once someone's completely new to it, but who has an idea of how finance works, seems to be perfect for us. And I always say that people who always ask questions and ask for help, they seem to do very well as well, because you can see they're very keen to learn, and they won't stop until they have.
Okay. Thank you, guys. I can see some few people are asking how to contact Ryan and all. So, guys, I have pinned this comment. If you just go to my live session description, you'll find it. You just need to fill this form, and someone from Ryan's team will reach out to you. Okay. Now, I'm going to look at the other questions, especially the questions which we have not answered. I think there are a lot of similar kind of questions because I can see they have.
I did see a comment about someone saying, "Oh, how do we know this isn't a scam?" I did want to say that there are a lot of scams around, so do be careful. Whether it's signals or courses from YouTubers, we have been going around for 8 years, teaching, like I said, this equivalent to a university degree. So it does prove it is the real deal, and we have some success stories here that have done the program and have been employed by us as well. And you're more than welcome to come up. We're always more than happy for people to come up and visit us.
Okay, thank you very much, Ryan. For some reason, I'm not able to find that scam thing which you read somewhere, which is good if you have read. So yeah, first of all, guys, I am making YouTube video now for 3 to 4 years. I will never ever try to work with a scammer. Yeah, there are a lot of companies who reach out to me to collaborate, but I don't do it unless until I don't feel confident they are good enough for my audience. I will never ever try to collaborate with a scammer. So just be sure, guys, the companies that I introduce you guys to, or the brands that I do my own due diligence before bringing them to you. Yeah. So again, like Ryan said, they are in business for a very long time. If you have any kind of doubts, if you just put on Google educate to trade, you'll find the company. You can see where it is based. You can see the people who are working. Just go on LinkedIn, maybe find them as well. And I'm sure you'll find Ryan as well. And of course, if you're interested to know about this training program, you just have to fill this form, and then Ryan and his team can look at your profile and then advise you best. Yeah, I hope that answers that scam related question, guys. Somebody saying location in the UK. Do you want to repeat that, Ryan?
Yep, Southeast London in England, known as Bromley South.
Okay. Thank you.
I actually saw another comment saying that, do I teach personally?
Yes.
I am always here.
Yeah, I was about to pin that comment and quickly it just kind of moved on my screen. Yes.
Yeah, so I am always here. I'm always happy to help. Anyone who's actually met me know I'm very approachable. Even if I am in a trade currently, if you're struggling at any point, the team's here is very friendly. So just come up to us, ask as long as we're available, and we'll be happy to help you.
Thank you, Ryan. So Manan is saying answer my question, but for some reason, of course, there's so many questions now. I don't get to see Manan's question. So Manan, can you please copy paste your question somewhere at the bottom? I promise to look into your question before we wrap our call. Yeah. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to the bottom of this page now, or the chat section, just to see what kind of questions has come through. So good, honey, at least I believe that says, I don't know, hi, I believe. Okay, another one is from, no, sorry. There was a question about refundable. I want to kind of pin that comment first. Just give me 1 minute, Ryan. There was a question about, what if we don't clear, will there be anything refundable? I'm not able to find that again on my screen somehow. So
I can go over it if you like.
Say somebody takes your training program and they are not able to clear the exams or the training for some reason, is there any kind of refund they get?
Yeah, so with the refund policy, because this is, like I said, the equivalent to a university degree. Normally, if you do a degree, you wouldn't get the refund at the end of it. You would either just pass or fail. We do before the program starts, it is refundable. Once it starts and we have you registered with VTCT, within a week, you would only get 50% back. After that week, it'll be non-refundable.
Okay, this was the question from Jazz. I finally managed to find is the cost of sponsorship. So the training is not if you start the training, no. Again, but Jazz, I believe before you enroll for the training, make sure you understand what you're getting in. Try to understand the skills are needed. And if you are confident that your skills are good enough for it, you can give a try. And like Ryan said, you get a diploma degree, which is equivalent to almost 2 years university degree, right, Ryan?
Yeah, equivalent to a 2-year foundation.
Yeah, so you see, it's equivalent to your 2 years university, which is good enough, right? And it's very much like if you enroll in a university and they don't kind of refund your money if you don't pass the exam, right? So it's the same kind of thing here as well. But again, I will say, do not jump into it, guys, till the time you're not confident that you can do this job. If you are very keen learning new skills, go for it. And of course, do your research as well. Go to different jobs, different sites, or even YouTube to learn about, what happens in traded and what kind of skills are needed. Do you have any transferable transferable skills, if at all you're interested to learn new skill. If yes, then go for it. Okay.
Yes. I would just like to say, anyone can do this. It's not hard. As long as you put in the time, the commitment, you can get through on it. Of course, in regards to, deciding whether or not you want to do this, Sarika, obviously, I provided there a link. That link will take you straight to one of our team members. They will have a brief discussion with you to make sure that this is something you can do first. And then they will put you through to either me or Ikjot or Mansui, where we will have the discussion with you and give you more details on it.
Good.
And this is just to make sure that you are ready before committing, which our next program would be the 8th of July.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So let's see. Okay. So again, Mahesh is asking the same thing. Company name, guys. Just take a screenshot of it. Educate to Trade, and just go to their website and check. And if you want to reach out to them, this is the form you have to fill. It is already provided in my video description, which you are going to find it after the call. You know what? Just allow me 1 second. I'm going to just open it for you because I'm getting this question again and again. And so I'm going to just show you guys now about this company. Just allow me 1 second. So how do I present my screen? Share screen. I'm going to do it right away. No. This one. Can you confirm, Ryan, can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's the one at the top.
Yeah, guys, just go to Google and write educate to trade. This is what you see. Yeah. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another thing. Because you had asked me how to, yes, this is the one. I don't know, what do you see now? Do you see my live session? I'm trying to send you here. Can you see what I'm highlighting, or is it not visible? Okay, so the link that you need to click, I'm going to send again in the comment. It is already pinned here, which you guys can see. This is the link you have to use if you have to reach out to Ryan. Okay, so we are already done with 33 minutes, and I'm going to quickly check more questions to see if we have not answered. Ryan, are you okay with time to continue for more, maybe 10?
Take time. I'm free.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see the list of questions which we have not answered. If there are new questions, I would be interested to take new questions which we have not answered. Okay, so let's talk about it. So how are you saying fees should be less? I don't know, Ryan, if you can take or talk about this. You are head of recruitment. I don't know if you have all the rights to talk about, but I'm going to put you on the hot seat and check. Do you think it can be less for my audience?
Yeah, well, I wish it could be free. so unfortunately, we are just the teachers. We teach the program. Unfortunately, we do not own it. So we get told what the fees are, and then we get told to implement those fees, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I just took this question because it's, again, I think I need to repeat, or we need to repeat ourselves what we have said, irrespective of whatever is your industry, or irrespective of whatever you have studied, irrespective of whatever your skills are, anybody can learn this new skills. Yeah. And if you think, of course, go and research about it, what happens in training, what kind of skills are needed. If you think it aligns with you, definitely go and enroll for it. Otherwise, don't enroll if you think you cannot do it. Yeah, you don't have to tell me what is your background. Anyone, if you have that kind of zeal in you, you want to learn a new skill, and of course, you want a job, and you also need a visa sponsorship, I will say this is a 6 weeks program training. Just do it, finish it. And then you'll be in a probation period, start working, and then put a focus on the target which is given to you. And of course, if you achieve the targets, like Ryan said, you know what, they provide sponsorship, they absorb people within their own company, and there are other companies as well. They have tie-up big banks in the UK where they will socialize your profile. And I also want to let you know, Ryan did talk about a guy or colleague, he's here, who is a student like you. Yeah.
Actually, he's just sat next to me. That's who I was just talking to now. He's actually just become available.
Can you just want to just wave towards him? If you just want to come and just say hello, maybe just like that. Maybe not talk if he's working. Yeah. Hi.
Good afternoon. I'm not
Hello.
sure how many people I'm speaking to. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Not too bad. Just had a
Okay,
busy day.
you are on a YouTube live session, by the way.
Yeah, that's something I'm not too sure how many people I'm talking to. So, how's
That's right.
everyone? Okay.
Everyone is good. You know what? They all need someone they can look up to you. You know, for example, talking about Ryan's course and the training plan, people are questioning, what is the success rate, whether they will get sponsorship or not. If you don't mind, can you just tell us what's your name and what was your background before you took this training, and whether my audience you think they should give a try or not?
Right, fair enough. So my name is George Singh. I was an international student. I came to UK 8 years ago, and I always needed visas to stay in the UK. Of course, because I have an Indian passport. So my passport was not too strong, as you know. And with that being said, I found this opportunity purely because my background always been economics and finance.
Okay.
But again, I wasn't too strong with trading because my previous jobs were analysts, stockbroking, so all these different things in finance, but not trading in general. So when I did my training, I finished my training. It took me 6-7 weeks. I did everything that they asked me to do. I passed the probation in due time. It took me 2-3 months. I'm not gonna lie. But after that, they filed for my sponsorship and also allowed me to then work with the company full time. So that's what my journey was. I actually started with this company last year. So I started in July, and then my visa was approved in by November-ish. So yes, like I said, it was like 2-3 months time. Everything it took to the process and all the documentation, so on and so forth. But by no means I'm not somebody that you want to look up to. But again, the thing is, if you follow everything that they tell you, there's not going to be any problem for you to actually get yourself sponsored or get your job as a trader full time.
So, from your experience, can you just say that, do you need to have a technical background, or can anybody from any kind of background can learn these new skills? There's a lot of background noise, by the way. If you can
Yeah,
just
yeah. Apologies. Hold on a second.
It's Friday, so I believe the guys are getting excited. I know.
Yeah, so that's the end. So these two are Italian brothers. They are traders themselves. They're excited. The week is ended, so I've just
Yeah,
told
yeah.
them.
Yes.
But anyway, moving back to experience-wise. So look,
Yes.
the thing is, how they trade is very binary. So yes or no decision. They don't use technical analysis because when you use fundamental analysis, now this might sound gibberish to someone who doesn't know what these things are. Now, technical analysis is pattern recognition. Fundamental analysis is you making decisions based on what the economic data tells you. So if I tell you to buy, you buy. If I tell you to sell, you sell. So if you follow these things, it's easier for anybody from any background to then trade. But they can only do that once they have a full understanding as to what this economic data means, how does it affect the market, what time does it come out, and what can I actually do to then make money. Because again, at the same time, it's not just about economic data itself; it's also about a good understanding about the financial markets. Because yes, there might be some economic data released for the United States dollar, but what do you actually trade in? You will never know if you don't understand how to actually deal with these situations. How I see trading is like driving a car. You don't sit in your car and say, I don't feel like using steering wheel today. You need to use all these things: steering wheel, gearbox, the rear view mirrors, all the things in order to then drive safely. Trading is very similar. You need to know A to Z in order to then make money from it. But the good thing is the training covers everything. It covers A to Z. So yeah, it will be very good for a person who's complete beginner. They spend 6-7 weeks, they get certified, and after that, if they follow what the company tells them, okay.
Thank you. So I will say thank you for coming and joining, and also kind of sharing your story with my audience, because there were a few people, they were questioning, whether it's a scam or not, and they should put their money in this training. So there were questions around it. So I'm glad you have managed to come online and then speak to my audience. Thank you very much. And I wish you all the best, and also happy weekend and a long weekend.
Yeah, it's a long weekend in the UK, so I'm
I
gonna
know.
pass. Yeah, I'm gonna pass it back to Ryan now. So
Yes, thank you very much.
for having me.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. Take care. Bye.
So Krishna is saying, I appreciate you being available at peak end work hours on a Friday following a bank holiday weekend. Definitely. You say, I'm glad they had agreed to do this session at 4 o'clock, because of course I know it's a bank holiday. People will not be available. And I was not sure how many people in the UK will be available to join, given that it's a bank holiday. So first of all, I really like at least there are some good positive feedback. I can see people are happy about it. They're getting little confidence talking to real people who went through the process. And I believe, I feel people are happy. And of course, we can take more questions if it's not there. Ryan, thank you for bringing him, by the way. Thank you very much. I think
I'd like to thank your audience as well. They have crashed our website.
they had been looking through it. Who are you guys? Yeah. Okay. So support resistance. Umair is saying, I don't know what is support resistance.
Yeah. So support and resistance levels are key levels in the financial markets.
Okay.
Now, we do have a module on this, so we do cover it. But like I said, the main thing is to teach you how news impacts the markets. So it will be a module, but it won't be our main focus.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. Guys, if Umair, we answered your question, you can give. So Ryan, there's a thank you message for you. Sachin is saying informative session. Thank you. And there was more thank you messages, which I'm not able to find. Okay, so somebody's asking, it's a good question. Satish is asking, will they provide salary during the probation period?
So unfortunately, you will not have a base salary during the probation period, but you can earn commission, obviously, depending how much you make on it. On the first account, whatever profits you make, obviously up to the 10%, it'll be a 50-50 profit split. And then on the second account, it'll be a 60% in your favor and 40% in ours on the second account.
Thank you, Ryan. So yeah, Krishna is having a lot of fun. You can see he's saying the bandwidth is out of the website. I checked myself as well now. I could see that. So is it you, Krishna, who's trying to break their website? Yeah. Okay. So Ryan, are you okay to take like just a couple of more minutes, please? More questions, and then yeah. Thank you very much. So we talked about what skills we will learn. There's a question. Let me see. Okay, so Krishna, okay, another comment from Krishna. I think we should hire you. I think, Ryan, I think you should interview definitely Krishna to see how you can do better with your websites. Yeah. Krishna, I think you'll be selected if you just fill that form, which I had been showing. I'm sure Ryan would be interested to at least check your profile to see how you can help them. Yes, Indians are very good with breaking websites. Okay, this is a question I want to take because Vedant is saying, can a company will switch my graduate visa to skill visa if got a job? If you get a job, yes, you are allowed to switch in the UK within the graduate visa, which is post-study work permit. If you happen to get a skill visa or a job with sponsorship, yes, you can switch. There's no problem at all.
I would like to say as well, if you are in the UK and you are actually, your PSW is actually starting to expire, because of the program, we can actually extend them for a few months. So depending on when it needs to be extended, you can get a 3-month extension. Obviously, the fees there'll be solicitor fees involved, and then if that 3 months does expire, then they'll have to contact Home Office. Then Home Office fees will be involved, but you get the rest of the year. So even if your PSW is currently expiring, we can extend it.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm going to take this question from Samik is saying, during the training or after the training or after getting job sponsorship, what if for some reason we book a loss? Do we need to pay, or could you please explain if it is in terms and conditions? Ryan, are you aware of it?
Okay, so during the training, you'll be on a demo account, so there's no consequences there. Just have fun with it. Obviously, treat it as live because we do want to see positive results, and obviously we want your confidence to build up for when you do enter on those live accounts. Obviously, the purpose of that probation period is to test you on your skills. If you do fail it for whatever reason, you can get a second chance. All we'd want to see is you trading your own capital for a little bit. As long as you can prove you can look after your own money, then we'll give you ours to look after as well, and restart that probation period. Once you are employed, obviously you should know what you're doing by this point. Now, as a trader, we know that losing is a part of the game. It's just about minimizing those losses. That's what the base salary is for, is to make sure that you can at least go home with a good base salary. But ultimately, your efforts will be to make more and make a growth on those accounts as well.
Thank you, Ryan. So I did try to pin 2 comments, and there were similar questions, I believe. So you have already answered. So, guys, if Ryan had answered your question, guys, please just show some support to him. He's spending his Friday with us rather than going and enjoying his long weekend. So just give you a thumbs up because he's making all the efforts to answer your questions. So I can see Vedant is saying thank you. I'm going to take next question from Rashika because Rashika has been putting it from start till now. So I don't want to ignore you. And also, guys, I see someone saying again, you have not taken my question. When you say that you're not taking my question, also write down the question, yeah, together with it so that I don't have to scroll up and I can take your question then and then. Good. So I'm getting yes and thank you and thumbs up for you, Ryan. So thank you so much so far. Now moving to Rashika. Rashika is saying, please reply on my question as I am from finance background and also done MBA in finance and experience in finance department. And I'm looking for sponsorship job in the UK. Is this course good for me? Ryan, what do you have to advise for Rashika?
Yeah, so having a finance background definitely helps. And being new to it, like I said, we do prefer it. We see it as a blank canvas. We know you're going to implement everything that we teach you. So understanding finance, such as the CPI, which is the Consumer Price Index, or non-farm payrolls, or unemployment claims. It may sound confusing at the moment to some of your audience, but ideally we're going to teach you what it is, how it affects the market, and of course how to take advantage and trade it. Obviously Rashika probably knows a bit about it already, and knows that these news events, you can see them move the markets, and we're just going to teach you how to trade those markets.
Thank you, Ryan. So Rashika, I believe we answered your question. Okay, I have pinned Odua's question because he said I'm ignoring his question. Guys, first of all, I'm not ignoring anybody's question. There's so many questions which are coming and my screen is moving so fast. The moment I start reading it, I just move to the bottom or the front and I miss your question. This intention of this live chat is to answer as many questions and also introduce you guys to Ryan's company so that you are more aware of it and you can decide whether this training is for you. I have no intention to ignore anybody's question, but we have only 1 hour, as you know, and we are very close to end our session. We are left with only 5-10 minutes. So I'm trying to do my best to take questions which we have not answered. After the live, I'm going to end, when I end this stream, you can hear the recording. So many questions which I see now, it's already done in the introduction. And Ryan was kind enough to repeat himself, especially about the skills, what they learn, training program, cost, and what kind of job titles. Again, I see the similar kind of questions. I cannot take again and again same questions, but it's there, it's recorded, and it will be available to you for you to hear it back again. Okay, so Odua is asking, what will happen and after the program and one don't get a job?
So like I said, that we can give you a second chance. If you do fail that probation, as long as we know that you're good with your capital, we'll give you our capital again. And like I said, we do get other opportunities from different companies as well. Depending which one you want to go for, we'll assist you in as many ways possible. Thank
you, Ryan. So Vedant wants to confirm whether the probation period you mentioned, was it 3 or 6 months?
So it's target based. You get up to 6 months, hit 10% on each account. But it's as soon as you hit your target, you can do it in a week, you can do it in a month. And again, if you are struggling, we will assist you as much as possible.
Okay, so there was one question which I'm not able to find it. Somebody was saying if they are any part of the world, they can take advantage of this training program, right, Ryan?
Yes, just make sure if you are across the world, just make sure you have a stable internet connection.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Somebody saying they're outside UK. So I don't know. Are you talking about the company outside the UK? I believe Ryan mentioned it is in East London.
Yeah, Southeast London. Yeah. So we're in England, London. Anyone can do this from wherever you are. We're gonna hold your hand all the way through the training, all the way through the probation, all the way to employment. So and like I said, if you have any doubts or concerns or questions at all, obviously, please put them in the chat here, or Sarika has kindly presented a link. You can talk to one of our team there.
Thank you, Ryan. So I'm going to definitely take 1 or 2 questions more. So I believe we answered this question. So Nespar is saying, returned to India recently after my graduate visa ended in the UK. Will I be eligible to get sponsored job from India? I think Ryan said, if you finish the training, you'll be in probation. If you happen to finish your probation, of course, you can be sponsored even though you are from any part of the world. Right, Ryan?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, just show us that our capital's safe in your hands and that you can make a growth on it, and we'll, it makes sense for us to hire you, because if you're making money, then so is the company.
Okay. So Ashwarya is saying, can I ask about this? My graduate visa just expired last week. Can I still extend and sign up my course to do from the UK? If your graduate visa already expired, you cannot be in the UK. Yeah, you are already illegal, I will say. So I will say, I don't think, I don't know. Nobody will be entertaining an illegal person. It's not right. And I don't think you should be in the UK if your graduate visa already expired, which means you don't have the legal rights in the UK. So this is what I'm understanding, Ashwarya. I may be wrong, but this is what I read and understand, that you don't have the legal right. But again, I don't know if you're in the UK or you're outside now. I don't know that bit. So guys, like Ryan said, doesn't matter where you are, as long as you do this training, you are on probation. If you do a good job and if you meet the targets, you can be sponsored. And like Ryan already explained in the introduction, they are meeting the minimum salary threshold, which is mentioned by the UK government. So there will not be problem of skill visa, and on skill visa, dependents are also allowed. So it doesn't matter whether you're in UK or not in the UK or outside UK. I hope this is understood and clear. And again, I'm going to repeat myself. The link of Educate to Trade, how you can reach out to them, you have to use my link, and you need to call, they will be calling you back, and then you can discuss your case or profile if you got any questions. And of course, make sure you understand it before you get into this training. Okay, if you think this is not for you, please do not do it. I wanted to introduce you Ryan's company or Educate to Trade, so that you are aware which are the companies available who do train people and also provide sponsorship. So make your own judgment. Only because you think your skills are matching and you can do a stellar job, go for it. Yeah. So that is what I want to say. Good to see that people are sending thumbs up and thanks. It's always nice to be appreciated. But of course, keep sending your feedback. If you think Ryan has answered all your questions, good. If you think Ryan should come back, you can also let me know in the comment section. If you want me to go to Ryan's office and visit him to show that they are not a scam, I can show you. I can do a office tour. Maybe I can introduce to his staffs as well. If you want that, keep sending me comments. I do read comments, whenever I get time, and based on your comments, I try to structure my future videos as well. So your comments are always appreciated, guys. So keep sending comments, whether it's good or bad. Good, of course, I'll get motivated. If it's bad, I will improve it. It's always a way how we should develop and make things better. So I'm going to help and make things better for you guys. So thank you for all the comments that you guys are sending, and people are sending informative thumbs up. It's good. Thank you. So Ryan, I'll let you go just with this last question. So Kaushal wants to know, do you have a limit for a number of person to offer the job?
Well, yes, technically, but we are obviously looking to expand. So even though we are based in Southeast London at the moment, once we do get more people who are succeeding in the field, we are looking to move somewhere else anyway for a bit more bigger space. That's the whole reason for the program.
Thank you. So somebody is just saying that Manan is saying, okay, he's following me for years, but by the way, the question is not answered. Okay. I promise, Ryan, this is the last question I'm going to share you, because I did see Manan is trying to answer a question, but again, I don't see your question, Manan. Like I told you, just put your question when you send a comment. And I'm trying to scroll very fast at the top, but for some reason,
4:47 p.m. Yeah, you got it.
Something. Okay, so Manan is asking, I finished my bachelor's in business administration and I'm looking for sponsorship jobs in marketing and sales, please. Ryan?
This is for a financial analyst position. So ideally, we're looking for you to trade economic data in the financial markets. It will not be a marketing and sales position, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Manan, if you are very keen in progressing with marketing and sales profile, I don't think this training is for you. Unless until you want to learn a new skill and want to give a try, then yeah. But with your existing skill sets, which you're mentioning and what you have studied, looks like it may not be a good match. But like Ryan said, anybody with any background, irrespective of what you've studied, if you're keen into trading, you can learn it. Yeah, if you desire to learn a new skill, then you can give a try. But again, I don't know your interest and your core skill sets and what drives you. If you think, yes, this does, go for it. Okay. Oh, guys, I believe we have taken as many questions as possible. I know I may upset few people because I may have not answered all the questions. But again, I will, once the live session is over, I'm going to review the question. But again, I promise, guys, most of the questions I think that I see here, it's already answered. Somebody's asking how much is the training. I had already asked Ryan twice during the call, and I promise I'll put the details in the description, video description. Make sure you read the video description and my pinned comment as well. I'm going to put everything out there for you guys to check after the call. Yeah. So I'm going to say thank you. Okay, just last question, maybe Ryan.
I saw another one as well, Premsai, who's asking the last date to enroll.
Yes. So what's the last date to enroll
Yeah.
with?
So I would say, because there's only so many people we can teach, just try to enroll as soon as you can. I would say the most likely deadline will be the end of June if you are looking to start. So just try to obviously reserve your space before then. And the start date is, of course, the 8th of July.
So making a note. So start date is 8th of July. So sorry, Ryan, I missed that because I was reading comments. So did you say that? What will be the cutoff? So if you start 8th of July, it means by June, you will be trying to finalize the applications, go through the applications and interview people maybe.
Yeah, through June. Yeah, as long as they've booked in the call, we can go through their application and determine whether this is for them or not. And then if it is, obviously we'll get you started for 8th of July.
Okay, so do you guys think we should let Ryan go now, or do you think we should hold him again for 1 hour, or let him enjoy the long weekend? I think, Ryan, you should help my audience more. You should introduce me to more companies or brands, who are like a company, like you have a training program where you train people, and of course, you put them on probation. If they do well, they should get a chance of sponsorship. The biggest struggle of people who are in the UK, like especially I deal with a lot of immigrants and their students, they don't get a chance. So what I really like about your company is at least you're giving them a chance. You have put up a training plan. You're telling you go through the training, you perform well, you get this sponsorship. I think you should definitely tell me if there are more companies like that. I would love to bring them to my audience so that they are aware and take advantage of it.
Yeah, I don't know many companies who would do something like we do. When people go to university, they're promised, that if they get the degree, they'll get the job, and then they end up leaving them on the side of the road. Where we are actually starting to build our reputation on getting our students employed, and we've got many good reviews. Unfortunately, we do have some bad ones as well, but these are people who have not pursued the program. They're just saying, the cost is a bit too much, which unfortunately is out of our hands, unfortunately. So, but yeah, people who have pursued the program, we've got very good reviews, and people who have secured employment.
Thank you, Ryan. I cannot let you go. You see, Iowa is saying hold him. Yeah, so I need to hold you. Okay, so on that note, so first of all, thank you very much, Ryan, for coming and introducing your company to my audience. And I believe this will be useful. I don't know for how many, at least for few will take advantage of it. I believe so. And I'm going to say all the best to everyone. Please go through the form, the link which I provided in my description. Just fill the form and someone will reach out to you. And like Ryan said, 8th of July is the date when they're starting the training, but end of May and June will be the time when they will review all the profiles. They have some limit on the number of people they can take and train. So if you are interested, if you think this is for you, I would say do not wait and go for it. And also he talked about 2 plans. One is about people who are already in the UK. If you want to go to the office, you can go, but the cost will be a little higher. And there's another remote option for you where you get a discount of 10%, and then you can also pay in installments. So those are the things we talked about. It's a 6 weeks program, and you can learn about trading. You can be a finance analyst. You can be a risk management. You can also learn about asset management. So those are the different roles which you can do. And of course, you will be getting the minimum salary if you are through the whole process, so that you meet the requirement of the UK government for the minimum salary threshold, and so that you'll be eligible for skilled visa, and you can bring your dependent as well. So that's a conclusion and wrap up. Any last words, Ryan, you want to tell to my audience?
Obviously, if you do want additional information, we do have our website. We also have an Instagram and a YouTube channel. So we have loads of content on there that you can go through. Obviously, like and subscribe to Sarika for all her lovely help here. And yeah, I saw Tushar was asking if there's an exam at the end. There's no exam. It's just portfolios and essays, and then obviously we test you on the probation period. We're based in Southeast London. Yeah, so guys, just try and get as much information about us as you can. Obviously, book in the conversation with my team, and we will try and help you as much as we can in regards to securing the job.
Thank you very much, Ryan. And of course, Ryan, if you can share me all details of your Instagram and YouTube, I'm going to put it in the description so that people can go and check it out, and they can be sure before they enroll for the training program. So thank you very much, Ryan, and have a nice weekend.
All right, thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much to the audience as well.
Thank you. And thank you guys for joining. All the details will be in my video description and pinned comment. Please make sure you read that. Thank you, Ryan. See you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.